Okay, let's explore this attic. I still don't know how this is gonna help me later in the factory, but...
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
Momo!
Momo, it's you. You scared me.
Oh, I can do something here. Put my punch card.
Doesn't look like that works.
No, I think I need something else later, yeah. Because I'm supposed to draw it.
What are you doing in here? Momo want mammoth picture, like Hans' picture. Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me. Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
Sure.
You don't give up easily, do you?
Do I only have the paper or do I have a pen as well now? Ah, maybe I'll get a pen here. Oh, a diary. Anna's book. 18 pages. Oh my god. Okay. Calm the voice. May 14th, 1930. Yesterday, something terrible happened. I do not know who to turn to, who to talk to, so I have decided to write it down. You, dear diary, are now my confidant and sole guardian of my secret thoughts. Hans lies in the next room, teetering between life and death, and I am terrified. Oh, the injustice of life. First Mama, then Hans. Please, dear Lord, don't take my little brother away as well. May 15th, 1930. Hans made me promise to keep this a secret, but its burden is too heavy. I know I can tell you, though, dear diary. We discovered a cave in the mountains, a marvelous cavern with ancient paintings on the walls. Only prehistoric men could have painted them, because they were depictions of mammoths, which are prehistoric creatures as well, that much I know. I hate mammoths now. It's all because of them and because of that stupid prehistoric children's toy. Why, Hans? Oh, why did you try and take it? And why did I let you climb up there? It's my fault you are in a coma now. Hans, if you die, I do not know how I could ever forgive myself. May 16th. Hans has still not regained consciousness. Father cannot sleep and Gertrude cries all day long. Outside, the heat is suffocating, but inside the house is icy cold and dismal. I still have hope, though. I know my brother. I know his strength. He will pull through. He never gives in. May 17th. I cannot think of anything else but Hans. In all my waking and sleeping dreams, I see his fall over and over. I see his head hitting the rock and his oh so pale face softening. I have taken refuge in the attic. It is the only place where I find any peace, wrapped up in all my memories. May 18th. 5 days have passed since the accident, and Hans has still not opened his eyes. To see him like this is unbearable. Please, God, protect him. Take my life, not his. May 20th. It has happened. Hans has come back to life. He opened his eyes and uttered my name. My name. Do you realize? This is the happiest day of my life. I want to take to the streets and sing, to proclaim my joy to the world. Thank you, oh, thank you, God. May 22nd. How wonderful, how beautiful life is. Gertrude and I cannot stop breaking into uncontrollable fits of giggles. Hans even wolfed down his meal today. I knew he was tough, my little brother. Even Father smiled at me today when he said good morning. May 25th. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I'm totally absorbed in Hans' recovery. I have scarcely 5 minutes to myself to return to my refuge and scribble down these words. May 29th. It is very curious whether Hans is hungry, thirsty, or if he wants something. He cannot stop saying my name. He can't bear it when I leave him even for an instant. Gertrude thinks that I should move my bed into his room to help him sleep better. I hope that Father will agree. June 2nd. Today was the first day that Hans has left the house. We went for a short walk in the garden, but Hans is still very weak. The doctor said we should be patient and shouldn't rush him. It is so hard, though. I hope so much that life can return to how it once was. June 20th. Hans has been out of his coma for a month now. He still doesn't say much and has difficulty moving. He sits motionless for long periods of time, his eyes wide open as though lost in thought. I have often had to call his name several times before he reacts. Then he will smile, and when he does, the moment is magic for me. And zero, no one couldn't possibly be happier. June 22nd. I had to talk to him. The burden was too great. I asked Hans about the accident in the cave to find out what he could remember. He could utter only one word, mammoth, and his eyes glowed so strangely when he said it that he frightened me. September 15th. I go back to school today, and for the first time in my life I'm dreading it. I'm afraid of leaving Hans alone. Despite Gertrude's kindness and attention, I have the impression that Hans is much less nervous when I'm there. October 20th. While I was doing my homework yesterday evening, Hans crept up on me so quietly that he made me jump. He took a pencil and a blank sheet of paper, and curiously, he started drawing. It is the first time since his accident he has done anything but daydream. October 28th. Hans scribbles almost obsessively. It is all he will do all day long. I feel it. I feel it annoys father. Nobody else understands, but I can see that Hans is trying to draw mammoths. November 16th. Today is my birthday, and Gertrude has made me an apple pie, my favorite, but father has not returned home for lunch, and Hans doesn't want to leave his room. The best present I could ever have is to see Hans back on the way to recovery. December 25th. Snow is falling. It is so beautiful. January 10th, 1931. The doctor visited to examine Hans. He seems happy that my little brother has fully recovered his faculties. It truly is a miracle. I don't understand why he doesn't talk more, though. Why isn't he livelier like he was before? February 9th. It is Hans' birthday. Today he is 11 years old. I have the strangest of impressions that actually he has lost 5 years rather than gained one more. February 24th. The doctor has just left. I saw him whispering with father. Their serious expressions worried me awfully. What could they be hiding from me? I'm grown up now. At the age of 15, you can understand everything. I'm too scared to ask father what is happening. March 15th. I have been thinking, and it seems to me that Hans' attitude isn't normal. The shock of the fall must have had much more serious effect than we first imagined. Hans, my dear brother, what is happening to you? April 4th. I have discovered the truth. Hans is stunted, physically and mentally. I eavesdropped a conversation between the doctor, father, and Gertrude. Gertrude buried her tear-filled eyes in her apron, and father muttered the word retard under his breath. How could he say such a thing? April 13th. It is Easter, and we're on school holidays. This means I can spend all day with Hans and protect him from father's permanent dark moods. He cannot accept the fact that Hans, his only son, will stay in this state forever. April 14th. It is truly difficult to accept, but it is not Hans' fault. Mine, maybe, but not Hans. I don't know how to make father understand. He seems full of hatred for him. It is dreadful. I feel so powerless. May 14th. 1 year. 1 year has gone by, and it feels like an eternity. The situation shows no signs of improvement, neither in terms of Hans' mental health or father's attitude towards him. May 30th. Extraordinary. Father has decided to take Hans to Paris for new tests. He says that only in the French capital will he find truly competent doctors. We must make Hans ready for the great expedition. June 6th. No news from father and Hans, but I remain hopeful. I'm sure they will take good care of my little brother. July 15th. They have returned. Hans rushed into my arms and started crying. It took me a long time to calm him down and get him to sleep. Father is still as taciturn as he was before he left. The diagnosis: Hans will remain physically and mentally impaired. I am stunned. April 28th. The summer is coming to a close. It has been less stifling than the last. The sun has put color in Hans' cheeks. When I look at him, I have difficulty imagining that he will not change. November 16th. Father still says nothing, increasingly shuts himself away in his office at the factory. Christmas. Gertrude tells me that love and faith triumph over any science. I lack neither, God praised. January 12, 1932. Father took Hans to the factory this morning. Hans was so afraid that I accompanied them. Fortunately, father said nothing. I failed to understand why he insisted on bringing him there. January 13th. Father left for the factory with Hans once again this morning. I think he wants to persuade Hans that he could be useful for something. It is his way of resisting fate. February 17th. For a month now, every morning Hans has gone to work with father at the factory. I'm not exactly sure what he does there, but he seems to enjoy it. I feel my brother's behavior has changed considerably. He's much less capricious. April 14th. I could cry. Hans has made me a present. A small robot mammoth with a trunk that rises and falls. When father saw it, he nodded his head in satisfaction. May 20th. Both Gertrude and father now have their own robot mammoths. Theirs are even more intricate and finely tuned. Little brother is not such a retard after all. October 15th. Hans' mammoths now walk, raise their trunks and wag their tails. It's incredible. December 22nd. I met the head of the factory workshop, Mr. Grips, this morning. He says that for a young lad of 12, Hans is very gifted. It is a shame he only makes elephants. February 11th. Father and Hans were locked in a long discussion yesterday. Or should I say Hans was locked in one of father's long monologues. As it is inconceivable that Hans should go to school like other children, father wants to take him on as a worker at the factory. However, Hans will have to stop making his own little devices. Hans' silence, his half-gaping mouth and staring eyes finally sent father off in a rage. February 12th. I tried to broach the subject with Hans. I suggested he should obey father. Learning a craft at the factory is his one chance to do something constructive with his life. He is so gifted and takes so much pleasure in making automatons. He did look like he wasn't listening to me, but I know he'll think about what I said. February 20th. It's not that Hans cannot speak. It's rather that he doesn't want to speak. He uses the least possible words for communication, except with me, but he is still very economical with his words. May 15th. Incredible, Hans was not just satisfied with learning how the assembly line works. Instead, he has completely redesigned it. Father and Monsieur Grips are taking a serious look at his plans. July 10th. Father has wanted to talk to me about my future since I passed my exams. He wants to send me to university because he says my intelligence is astounding. My heart was beating so loud. It is true, I do love studying, but I couldn't bear to be away from Hans. September 2nd. What a ghastly summer. I have been permanently torn between my desire to go to university and my refusal to leave my brother. I talked about it with Hans, but he said nothing. That same evening, I found my own little mammoth broken. October 9th. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner again. Father announced that Hans' new assembly line would soon be finished. However, they have removed the automaton parrots that shout orders, as they were deemed superfluous. Hans was livid. He hurled his soup dish to the ground and stormed off to his bedroom. What will happen between the both of them when I'm not there? October 17th. Despite my scruples, I'm finally leaving. Hans has not talked to me for a week. Father would not understand if I told him why I wanted to stay. My heart is so heavy. Christmas. It is so strange to be home. I had never left home for such a long time before. Once we were alone, Hans did not stop talking. Words just leaped from his mouth. How we laughed at his excitement. He presented me with a delightful little ballerina to replace the mammoth, he told me. I was so touched that I started crying. Distance has done nothing to harm the strong bond between us. September 10th, 1937. It is so strange to pick up this diary once more. At first my impulse was to tear it up, but I resisted and instead succumbed to my second desire, which was to write for a while. I am alone in my attic once more. I have been home for 2 months now, and after a summer spent living with the intense joy of being reunited with my brother, Hans has returned to the factory. Father has aged so, and Gertrude's arthritis caused her terrible pain. September 13th. All in all, these 4 years have been kind to Father and Hans. Their relationship is less tense. They still do not exchange much conversation, but they now have a thing in common, the factory. I'm even beginning to feel a bit jealous. Silly, really. September 17th. Hans hasn't changed. To help Gertrude, he has designed a totally automated kitchen, and Gertrude can't stop moaning at the wooden puppets. Oh, how I adore them. October 9th. I went to go and see Father and Hans at work. I haven't been to the factory for ages. It is strange how much it has changed. I was very curious to see them set about their tasks. I like Father's new office very much. Hans has a small workshop on the first floor, crammed with odds and ends, unfinished robots and designs, exactly as I imagined it, in fact. October 15th. The factory is working very well. Orders for toys keep coming in, spurred on by the run-up to Christmas. When I was at university and I said my name was Vorarlberg, people would ask me if I had any relation to the Valladolid factory. Now I know the effect that Hans' genius has had on the factory's renown. November 2nd. To make myself useful, I started helping Father set his papers in order. The most extraordinary thing of all is that for the first time ever, I have the impression that the three of us form a real family. December 8th. Hans never ceases to surprise me. Between home and the factory, his behavior is so very different. In his workshop, he is serious, concentrated, a proper young man who keeps his eye on everything going on, constantly on the move and in control. One has the impression that each single toy is his very own infant. At home, he turns back into a child once more and is either moody or a happy-go-lucky buffoon. Christmas, the most wonderful Christmas of my whole life. Hans and I could not stop giggling like children beneath Father's disapproving glare. I know that he was only pretending, really. Our hearts are so full of hope. January 5th, 1938. Hans came to see me in my bedroom yesterday evening. I felt terribly awkward, terribly ill at ease. I might have guessed. Hans wants to leave Valladolid, the house and the factory. He wants to go traveling. He doesn't know where to go or for how long. That's just like him. I was so shocked that I told him his plans were foolish. He left my room without a word, his head bowed. January 7th. I thought that he wanted to leave because of Father. Not at all. It's because of the mammoths. He wants to go tracking mammoths. I thought he had gotten over his obsession. I know my brother only too well. I would dream of telling him his quest is useless. It isn't worth it. He will not listen to reason. January 10th. I was so selfish the other evening. I returned to talk to Hans and ask him gently if he was sure of his decision. I already know what the reply is going to be. Nothing will make him change his mind. January 19th. Despite my profound sadness and despair, I must help Hans fulfill his destiny, the destiny he has chosen, and announce the news to Father. I fear the worst. January 24th. The worst was worse than my fears. Father's anger was terrifying. He shut Hans away in his workshop at the factory and has forbidden all visits except from Gertrude, who feeds him. February 1st. Father has decided that Hans should remain locked up for as long as it takes him to abandon his infantile decision. Gertrude tells me that Hans is very despondent yet highly resolute. The worry is driving me mad. February 6th. As soon as Gertrude returns from the factory, I hasten to get news of my little brother. He doesn't say anything. He just fiddles with bits and pieces, she replies, every day with a sigh. I have tried desperately to reason with Father, but I know I'm just wasting my breath. February 9th. In secret, Gertrude delivered to me a small robot from Hans. It's a robot of us as children. It works with a small cylinder punched with tiny holes. I quivered with emotion as I turned the key. The message it gave was simple. He was telling me he loved me very, very much. February 21st. Gertrude gave me a different tiny cylinder for today's toy. Hans is truly incredible. He has found a means of communicating between us and us alone in total secret. February 27th. My days are spent eagerly awaiting Hans' messages. He has now resolved to run away. He He's preparing his escape like if it was a game. March 6th. Gertrude has returned and she's beside herself. Hans has disappeared. Father has not even deigned to return to the workshop where he locked up his son, nor find out how he managed to escape. He just gave me a black look, as if he knew we were up to something behind his back. March 7th. It is beginning to dawn on me that Hans has gone. I miss him so much. Lord, please protect my little brother and watch over him for me. March 11th. With Hans gone, Father now locks himself away night and day at the factory. The house is so gloomy now. March 12th. This morning I caught Father in the drawing room installing a coffin on the trestle. The sight of it made my blood freeze. What on earth is he up to? My questions meet only with stony silence and a permanent black countenance. March 13th. Behind closed curtains, the drawing room with the coffin surrounded by huge candles has become a veritable funeral chamber. March 14th. This is ghastly. I've just understood what Father is up to. This morning the priest came to pray before the coffin and I finally caught on. Father is in mourning for the death of Hans. Father made the priest believe that his son was dead. How could he do such a thing? March 16th. In the madness occasioned by his grief, my father grows ever more cold and calculating. He contacted his old friend Dr. Schmoll, who duly drew up a bona fide death certificate without even seeing the body. I dare not imagine what yarn he spun. March 17th. Hans' funeral will be officially held next Sunday. Father strictly forbade me to attend. This sordid masquerade makes me feel ill. But I cannot denounce this subterfuge, or else I will display my father's mental instability to the world. The shame would kill him, that much is certain. March 23rd. I have to get away, far, far away. April 23rd. No, I will not leave. I have thought long and hard. My life is here, next to my father. He needs me too much now. The factory needs me because Father is incapable of running it now. Besides, I can only find peace of mind among Hans' robots, and how shall I know when he has sent me new ones if I am not at home to receive them? No, I shall not leave. My destiny is to remain here and keep watch. Okay, that's a long diary. Okay, I took an ink pot. Okay. Okay, we have an ink pot, but do we also have a pen? I'm not sure, but I mean, I can place the paper and then let's see if... Oh, okay, I can draw. We're drawing. Okay, cool, take it. So, is this what you wanted?
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
A secret? I like secrets. Okay, he's going out of company grounds. Where are you going, Momo? Wait for me. And how did Kate see where he went? Oh yeah, he's opening the door for us. Okay, was it here? Yes. Momo! Oh. Door is closed again. But we can open it. Ah, it's so nice here. It looks so peaceful. And you can really imagine just like that you can go there and go hiking in the woods. And you hear the birds. I hope you can hear them. Oh. An oar? Okay. But where's Momo now?
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty. Momo come here often. Momo like make splash in water. Tell me, Momo, do you really think that after all these years, Anna's brother is still alive? Anna always say hands go away, but hands come back maybe. You are a strange one, Momo. I'm beginning to see why Anna Vorarlberg liked you. Momo, Momo look like Hans. Momo very proud.
Oh, you do?
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons. Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like hands. Momo friend of automatons. Tell me, Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna? Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
Yeah, but I think it's a different kind of journey.
Why have you brought me here? Mammoth doll in cave. Very important for Hans, Anna say. Cave? What cave? Where? Momo not liar.
Yes.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. I think we have to go left here. I just want to see what's up here, actually. Yeah. Are we... Oh, that's gonna break. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have anything to... Oh, I have the ore. Of course, I have the ore. Almost forgot about that. So... I think now we can get to the cave. Ooh, yeah, okay. The cave has gotten an upgrade, definitely. It looks deeper. Where's the doll? Oh, and you see the mammoths on the wall. But can I actually... I can't actually interact with that, I think. There it is, right here, and no one has picked it up in 60 years. Yay, ancient doll. We have it. I hope Hans will appreciate it once we get to him. Yeah, this cave is much bigger. Okay, should I talk to Momo about the doll again? Maybe? If he's here? Oh! Olivia?
Hello?
Kate?
Hmm.
Is that you?
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
I know. I talked to Lynn, who bumped into Joss when she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marston tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Farah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomy's. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, luck.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250?
$140. Just get yourself back here and I'll go down.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here. Look after yourself.
You too.
Okay, a bit cut off, but I do remember that this might have been a problem in the first game as well. Okay, Momo's gone. Is there something? No, that's just the flower. Okay, now I've got a great doll. But that doesn't help me at the factory. And I think I'm just gonna go back to the factory and then call it a day, at least for now. Because I need to get some energy back, and then I think I'll continue on Sunday. But yeah, so far nothing much has changed from the old game. A little bit updated. Nice landscape, not so nice characters. And the dialogue is still the same, the voices are still the same. And later on, we will also be able to go... Oh, the camera, okay. This is a bit wild, because I want to know, I want to see where I'm going. Oh, hello, hello!
Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to meet such a lovely young lady honoring our aging streets. Please, please sit yourself down next to me so we can enjoy the air together.
It would be a pleasure, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Some other time, maybe.
I hope so, miss. I remember when these streets were full of vibrant life. In those days, there was a charming encounter to be had round every corner. Our good little town of Valadilen is not what it used to be.
It looks like things have changed a bit around here.
Our children have all left the valley. They need to earn a living, don't they? Can't really blame them. You have to move with the times, don't you? And it's not at the Vorarlberg factory that they'll find jobs. Being excluded from the world is not an easy burden to bear, believe you me, miss.
But it's such a pretty little village.
I can tell you're not from these parts. I hope you enjoy the pleasures that we still have to offer. Good day to you.
Oh, how nice. But yeah, I just want to show you that there's another part of this village, which is the church. I don't know if we can do anything here yet, or if we can even get through the gate, but we will. We will. Oh, can I enter? Yes. Oh, someone calling again. Marson.
Hello.
Kate, so what's new?
We've got a problem, Mr. Marson.
What problem? Come on, Kate, don't beat around the bush.
There's maybe an heir.
What?
Hans, Anna Vorarlberg's brother. Looks like he's still alive. We can't buy the factory without his consent.
What? What is this? Where's this mystery brother come from? And more to the point, where is he? What did the notary say?
Nothing. I mean, nothing else. You know, sir, it's an odd town here. Everything's odd. The people, things. The situation's not straightforward. I have a small bit of research to do.
Listen to me, Kate. Universal Toys is one of our biggest clients, and I don't care how weird that town is. All that matters is that you do not set foot back in New York before you've tied up the deal. Get the picture.
Yes, Mr. Marson. You can count on me. Darn it!
And with that lovely conversation, I will leave you for tonight. And I will see you soon.